and good afternoon everybody. Thank you very much for joining us and welcome to a tutorial and playthrough of Zapotec. We're playing a 4-player game today. If you were interested in seeing the solo mode, I did a solo playthrough of it this morning, but today joined by Robert, Paul,
hello,
and Ben,
hello,
and Loki's here as well. Literally, we pressed the button to go live, and as soon as we did, Loki walked in the room and started meowing. So if you hear meowing or purring, that is Loki. He's joining us. He wants to learn how to play. So yeah, thank you very much for joining us. And we're going to be doing a full teach of the game first, and then we're going to be playing through it. So, welcome to Mesoamerican America from 2,500 years ago. You were telling us just before that there are some of the Zapotec people still
apparently, yes,
still around.
Yes, but this is a particular location where they used to live.
So where are they now? Are they in Cheltenham?
No,
running
still
a fish and chip shop?
Some of them might be.
So we're going to be playing this game over 5 rounds. Like a lot of these games, the objective is to score as many points as you can get. We're going to track our points. Robert's cheating. He's already got 2 points.
Oh my God.
We're going to be scoring as many points as we can get. We're going to be scoring points during the game. We're also going to be scoring points at the end of the game in end of game scoring. One of the key things about this game is that in each round you're only going to take 1 turn and there's 5 rounds in the game. So you're only going to take 5 turns in the entire game, okay? But what you do on those turns is very important. And the game's going to start off fairly simple. Round 1, the first turn is relatively simple. By the time we get to round 3, you'll be making the same decisions, but those decisions seem a lot harder. Right, so how do we play the game? There is a player aid, which is included in the game, which is 2-sided. It's got the end game scoring on one side, the turn order on the other side. Each round is divided into 2 phases. In the first phase, you choose one of the cards from your hand. So in a 4-player game, we each have 4 action cards, and we're going to choose one of those cards secretly, and we're going to place it face down in front of us. Then what's going to happen, once we've all done that, is we reveal the cards. Now I'm just going to show people on camera the cards I've got in my hand. This is giving a little bit of information away. But the cards have 3 pieces of information on. They have a number at the bottom, which is numbered 1 to 27, and the lower number will go first in turn order. The top is for income, and the middle bit is a criteria which restricts where you can build. Okay? So once we've all revealed our cards, we look at who's got the lowest number, and then that player will take the first turn, and then we all take a turn in that order. So when it's your turn, the first thing that you do is income. So I'm just going to look at my board. This is everybody's player board here. You start off with all these pyramid pieces on the board, but these spaces here, which is where buildings are going to go, these are all empty at the start of the game. So let's say, for example, I decided that I was going to play this card this turn. This is a stone icon on the top, which means in the income step of my turn, which is the first thing that you do when it's your turn, is you choose the column or the row with that icon on. And then you get all of the resources depicted in that column. Now, ignore these. These are bonuses that you get for putting buildings on the spaces. So at the start of the game, if I play this card, I can either take a stone and nothing else, or a stone and nothing else. So you get a stone. But let's just zoom ahead a couple of turns, and let's say I had those buildings on my board. Now what happens if I was to play this card? I could choose either this column or this row. Of course, I'd choose this column, and I get a stone, a wood, a priest, a brick, and a gold coin. So the more buildings you have in a particular row and column, that triggers the income. Speaking of the resources, we have basic resources, which is stone, wood, and brick. And we also have advanced resources, which is priests, corn, and gold. They are the 6 different types of resources in the game. So that's the first thing that you do on your turn, is you gain income depending on the card that you played. Right, so that's the bottom bit done, that's turn order. The top bit done is income. What we now do, and I'm going to show you the player aid at this point, you then perform capital actions. Now there are 4 different capital actions that you can do. You can do any of them as many times as you want in any order you want, but the important thing is you have to do all of your capital actions before you build houses. Now I'm actually going to skip this for now because all of the capital actions require you to spend advanced resources. So in the first round of the game, nobody's going to be doing any capital actions. So I'm going to explain the next bit first, because that's the first bit we're going to do. Then I'll come back to the capital actions in a minute. So step 3 is construction. You build houses. So there are 3. Oh, let's keep viewed in on the playboard. There's 3 types of houses that you can build: cornfields, which cost a wood and a stone; villages, which cost a wood and a brick; and temples, which cost a stone and a brick. Now, you'll notice the game board is covered in villages, cornfields, and temples. These were randomly placed at the start of the game. We're using all of the tiles and all of the spaces because we're playing 4 players. If you were playing with fewer than 4 players, you don't use all of the tiles, and you don't use, he says, you don't use some of the spaces in a 2 or 3 player game. So you spend the resources to build the buildings that you want to build. Now, this is where the clever part of the game comes in. There are 9 different criteria for locations of houses in this game. There are 3 regions. There are 3 different types of terrain. So we have forest, hills, and plains. And we have 3 different types of houses: temples, villages, and cornfields. The card that you play, and just to remind you, this is the card that I played this turn as an example. This is forests. So what this means is I can only build in forests this turn. I can build any type of building and in any region as long as I build in forest. Now, above the board, we have some other cards. I'm just going to show you this one, for example. This one means I can build any type of building in any type of terrain, but it has to be in here. Okay? So we've got 3 cards for the 3 different regions. We have 3 cards for the 3 different types of terrain. And I'll just look at this card. This is a village card. So if you played this card, it means you could only build villages that turn. Now, you can build in any region, in any terrain, but you can only build villages. So the action card that you play determines the type of house or the type of region or the type of terrain in which you can build. Other than that, you can build as many of them as you want. Now, there is another little thing called a palace. We'll come on to the palace in a minute, but that's the basic buildings. When you build a building, what you do is you take it from the board, you put one of your houses on there, and you take the piece and you put it onto your player board. If you cover up that space, you get a priest. Cover up that space, you get a gold coin. Cover up that space, you get a coin. That's a one-off bonus that you get for covering up that space. So you want to be constructing houses for 2 reasons. The first reason is it gets you to put pieces on your board, which is going to increase your income. But houses on the board are going to get you points. So let's talk about the round's bonus card. At the start of the game, 1 action card randomly chosen from the deck has been placed here. This is the scoring card for round 1. So what this means is, after your turn in round 1, you will score 2 points for every village that you have on the board. In round 2, there will be a different card there. So let's say, for example, this card ends up there. So at the end of round 2, you will get 2 points for every house you have in this region, whether you built it that round or whether you built it on the previous round. It doesn't matter. So you can see that the card that goes on there in round 5 could actually be worth quite a lot of points, depending on what you've done. So that is another reason for building houses is for getting points. Right. The very last thing you do on your turn is you take one of the 5 cards on offer. So at the start of the game, what we did is it this one? It is this one. At the start of the game, what we did is we shuffled the action cards, and as well as putting 1 in the middle of the board and having 4 each, we dealt 5 of them out in the offer. Now, it's 5 of them because it's a 4-player game. At the end of your turn, you take one of those cards from the offer and add it to your hand. It does not get replenished, which means if you go earlier in turn order, you're going to have more choice. But, very importantly, the last player who goes will have 2 cards left to choose from. For example, the card that they do not choose goes into the middle of the board, and that becomes the scoring card for the next round. So the last player actually has the final choice on what card is going to be the scoring card. Right. After we have all taken a turn, this is the other clever bit, the card that you played that turn gets added to the offer along with the top card from this stack. So we have a stack here of 4 cards. That is the timer for the game. As soon as that stack has run out, we are on the last round of the game. So in other words, the cards that you play that round, the cards that each of us play, actually becomes the offer for the next round. And those cards will cycle around. Any questions so far?
That's good.
So we've covered the turn structure. We've covered the overview of the game. We haven't covered the capital actions yet. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to skip ahead to end of game scoring. So after 5 rounds, we do end of game scoring, and there's only 3 things that score at the end of the game. And all of these refer to capital actions, but I'm going to explain these now first, before we then do the capital actions. So we have a sacrifice track over this side of the board. We all start off at the bottom, because none of us have done any sacrificing yet. But when you perform the capital action sacrifice, you're going to move your marker up this track and get all sorts of bonuses. At the end of the game, the player who's the furthest ahead gets 9 points, second gets 6, third gets 3.
Ties?
Ties is interesting, because a lot of people watching this video, and you included, have probably played a lot of games from Stefan Feld. And in most games where there's a track, if you move onto a space occupied by somebody else, you go on top and are then considered ahead. Not in this game. In this game, the player on the bottom of the stack is considered ahead. So if you got there first, you are considered ahead of the other people. So the order in which you stack the discs up is important. You've got to be in it to win it. You cannot get the points. So for example, if the game ended like that, Orange would get 9 points. Nobody else would get anything else. But if you got there, that's 6 points. Listen, Mr. Squeaky. He does like joining he keeps, we need to get him his own YouTube channel. Right, so that's points for sacrifice track at the end of the game. The next one is rituals. There are, included in the game, where's the ritual cards? Paul had them. Here we go. Right, so included in the game is a whole set of ritual cards. Paul shuffled them at the start of the game, and we picked 3 at random, which are not there. They're there. Slightly there. Hang on a minute. Yeah, we just move those across. These are the 3 ritual cards that we've chosen at random at the start of the game. That's it. That's our 3 cards for the game. They don't get changed or anything else. But one of the capital actions that you can do is to perform a ritual and put a disc on a card. If you do, that card will score for you at the end of the game. I'll explain them more in a bit more detail when we cover the ritual action, but having a disc on them will get you points at the end of the game. And the final end game scoring condition is pyramids. So the centre of the board is where we're going to be building pyramids, and pyramids score in one of 2 different ways. First of all, if a pyramid is completed, which means the top is on, everybody who put a piece in that pyramid gets 5 points per piece. Now, a completed pyramid is where there's a top. So a pyramid could start with a middle piece and then a top. That is considered completed because the top's on, and orange would get 5 points and purple would get 5 points at the end of the game. If it wasn't completed, orange would not get the 5 points. Okay? Now, it can happen that a pyramid starts off with just the top, which is instantly completed, and that would get me 5 points at the end of the game. But what normally happens is that you start with the big piece, and you can have something like that. So if that was the situation at the end of the game, purple would get 10 points, orange would get 5. That's the first way that pyramids score. The other ways pyramids score is, and you'll see this in a minute, but every pyramid that's placed on here is associated with a scoring tile. And what that does is it basically means at the end of the game, you are going to get 1 point for each piece of that pyramid that you built, for each house that you have that matches that criteria. So, in other words, if the game ended like that, and I had 2 pieces in that pyramid, no, in fact, let's do that as an example. So I've done 2 pieces of that pyramid. It's not completed, so I don't get the 10 points, but I still get this. You still get the scoring criteria. So I'm going to get 2 points per house that I have in the plains. Okay? There are 5 scoring tiles here because we're playing a 4-player game. There are actually 9 included in the game, 1 for each of the criteria. And at the start of the game, we picked 5 at random and placed them there. Right, so that's the end of game scoring. Let's go back to the different capital actions. Right, capital actions, as mentioned, you cannot do on round 1 of the game because all capital actions require advanced goods. So capital actions are done as the second thing on your turn from round 2 onwards. And there are 4 of them in the game. There's trade tiles, there's building a pyramid, there's the sacrificing, and there's the rituals. All of them can be done as many times as you want and in any order you want, with the following 2 exceptions. You can only build 1 piece of each pyramid in a turn. So I could not put 2 pieces on there, but I could put 1 on there and 1 on there. That's okay, right? So that's the first limitation. The second limitation is the trade tiles. You can only buy a trade tile, one from each row in a turn. You cannot buy 2 tiles from the same row in a turn. Right. So with those limitations in mind, let's have a look at the first action, which is taking a trade tile. So the ones from the top row cost 1 gold. This row costs 2 gold. This row costs 3 gold. You take them. If it's got a 1x on it, it has an immediate one-off effect. Loki's being very, very friendly today. So these ones on the top row are very simple. You buy them for a gold. You get the resources shown on it. You then turn the tile over and put it near your player board. These ones are once per round abilities, which allow you to convert one resource into other resources. And the bottom ones, there's a mixture. So this is interesting. This is once in the game, you can spend 2 food to move 4 spaces up the sacrifice track. This one is once per round, you can construct a building in a forest for 1 wood. And this is also very similar. This is once per round, you can spend a brick to construct a building in this region. Okay? So these are the trade tiles. They can be very powerful, and you do that with the capital action of buying a trade tile. He definitely wants to play.
I know.
He was like this morning.
Wow.
Oh, he likes you.
Hello.
Right. Next up, the sacrifice track. Oh, importantly, this one costs gold, doesn't cost priests. The other 3 all cost priests. So priests are really important in the game. I mean, everything's important, but if you want to do any of these other 3, they all cost priests. So, sacrificing. You spend 1 priest and 1 to 5 corn. You then move your marker up this track, 1 space for every corn that you spend. So it's more efficient the more corn you spend. You get the benefits for every space that you cross over or land on. Some of the benefits are fairly simple. They're just points. These spaces are you just get a resource. This space is not an immediate thing, but once you are on this space, every tile in this row costs 1 coin instead of 2. And if you're on this space, every tile you buy from this row costs 1 coin instead of 3. Mm-hmm. So once you're there, it means all of these cost 1. This means that you can do a ritual without spending a priest. Not immediately, but when you do a ritual, you do it without spending a priest. I think I'll just check that, because that doesn't sound right. I've said it, and then it didn't seem right. The ninth step allows you to place discs on ritual cards without spending priests. Right, so that changes the cost of this action. This one, however, is immediately put a disc on a ritual as a one-off effect without the requirements. We'll come on to the requirements in a minute, but if you do that, it's free if you get all the way up there. Right, any questions about the sacrificing? Don't forget endgame points. Right, the next 2 actions, pyramids and rituals. Pyramids. You spend 1 of each basic resource and a priest, and you build or continue construction of an existing pyramid. If you choose to build a pyramid, a new one, there's got to be a space for it, and you use the biggest piece you can. So if I build a pyramid first, it has to be the big piece. But now if I build a new pyramid, it's now the middle piece. And if I build another new pyramid, and if I now build another new pyramid, right? So if you leave me alone to building pyramids and I build 4 different ones, that's what I get, okay? But what will generally happen is people will contribute to each other's pyramids.
What's the difference between that action and this one?
So that's the palace.
Okay.
That's different. We'll come on to the palace in a minute.
Okay.
Now, building pyramids does 2 things. First of all, we've mentioned end of game scoring, I think. Yeah, we've mentioned this when I covered end game scoring, haven't we?
Yep.
That's all pyramids do. Pyramids are purely for end game scoring. They don't give you any benefit during the game, except the ritual action. You cannot do the ritual action at the start of the game, unless you manage to get your thing all the way to there. But for every piece that you have built in a pyramid, you may go on one of the ritual cards. So if I put that there, I'm now allowed to do 1 ritual. If I've got a second piece, either here or here, I can now do 2 rituals. This breaks that rule. So if you get all the way up there and you don't have any pyramids, you can still do it. You just claim a card. And this is spend 1 priest to put 1 of your discs on one of the ritual cards. The gold there times that means that if another player has gone on that ritual, you have to pay 1 gold for every other player which is already on there. The gold doesn't go to them, it goes to the bank. Now the rituals, let's just... Oh, we were zoomed in, sorry. I was zoomed in. The rituals, let's go through these. Yeah, apologies for that. I was zoomed in a bit too much on the previous thing. So, the rituals. We have this card here. This at the end of the game, if you've got a disc on it, will get you 6 points for sets of 3 buildings in the same region, but of different types. Mm-hmm. Maximum of 18 points. So basically, look at each region on the board. If you have 3 buildings in there of 3 different types, it's 6 points. Okay? We'll come on to the middle one in a minute, because the last one is actually very similar. That's 6 points at the end of the game for 3 buildings in the same region with different terrain. So there's a combo here, straight away. If you manage to get 3 buildings of different types on different terrain in the same region, and on there and there, that's good. The middle one is points for resources left over at the end of the game. Remember, those cards will only score if you've got a disc on it. Any questions about the rituals?
So those ones are maximum 18.
Maximum 18.
Is that maximum 12?
Maximum 12.
Right.
Yeah. Palaces. Right. Let's talk about your palace. So once in the game, when you are building a building, you can actually choose to build a palace instead of one of these 3. The palace costs 1 of each basic resource. You still take a tile from the board and you still build it, and it still has to match your criteria. But what you do is you put this building, it doesn't go into your resource grid, it goes there. And that goes there, and you put a house on it as normal. For all purposes, it counts as 2 houses.
Of type and terrain?
Yes,
right.
For everything. Yeah. So I now have 2 cornfields in a forest in that region because of that one piece. So for everything that scores for houses, that's 2 of them. That's the easiest way to explain it, but it keeps catching me out when I'm playing it, going, what, how many? Yeah, so you don't want to build it early, tactically, I don't think, because it goes there. It doesn't go on here. And I think at the start of the game, you want to be building houses to increase your income rather than building that early. But that's it. So once per game, you can build your palace. Any questions?
No, that's good.
We're all good. Right, now, I'm just going to fix something with the live chat because I've moved things around. So bear with us a minute. I'm just going to move this here. Do you want to pick a start player while I'm doing this? I'm just going to move the chat box up. There we go. Right, I fixed the chat. Oh. Start player is black.
Then clockwise.
Well,
but the
we're going to do
actually not.
We're going to do simultaneous.
Start player is the person who plays the lowest number.
Yeah, actually, so there isn't a start player, is there?
Yeah.
No, there's no. We didn't need to do that. Forget that. We'll edit that bit out. Don't know how we're going to edit it out on a live video, but yeah. So, any questions about the game? Have I covered everything? As I say, it will start off nice and easy, but once you get to round 2 and round 3, so what you want to think about is in round 1 we're going to score 2 points for every village that's built. 2 points. Winning score last time I played was somewhere around 60-ish. Okay.
Yep.
You might want to think about the ritual cards, because this is end game scoring. You might want to think about which of these tiles are on offer, because remember, every time somebody builds a pyramid, they are going to choose one of these tiles that's going to go on there. So there's quite a lot to take into account.
And there's lots of green.
And there's lots of green there, which means there's a higher probability that the scoring card for next round will be here. Possibly. Very possibly. Okay, so you missed the close-up on the pyramid action. Yes. Yeah. I was zoomed in when I was explaining the pyramid action. But basically what you do is you build pyramids on here, and the first player that starts a pyramid chooses one of the scoring tiles, and that becomes the scoring criteria for that pyramid. Apologies for that, but hopefully you've picked it up. Right, we're good to go. Round 1. Let's all pick a card and put it face down next to our player board. Well,
I didn't look when you showed yours on the screen.
Well, I've got 4 to choose from. The fact that 3 of them are the same. Yeah, okay. I'm going to choose that one. Okay, so we all reveal our cards.
25.
15.
16.
Oh, 1.
1.
1.
Okay, so you're going first.
I'm going first.
So
Stake my claim.
first thing you do is income,
Okay.
which at the start of the game is simply just a brick.
So take 1 brick.
Yeah.
And now I can't do any capital
Can't do
actions.
any capital actions in round 1.
So I can
It is
construct
constructing. So you've got 2
buildings.
bricks,
So I've
a
got
wood
2
and a
bricks.
stone.
So I can do.
Now, you can only build cornfields.
I had forgotten that.
There you go.
There you go. So that's one thing I need to learn.
Yeah.
I can only build cornfields. So I'm going to build cornfields.
So a cornfield costs
can
a
only
stone
build-
and a wood.
a stone and a wood. That one.
Yeah.
And
And you can build it in any region
okay.
and in any type of terrain.
Yeah. I'm going to build it here.
Okay.
Put it there.
So you've covered over that. You get a coin.
A coin.
You want to put one of your buildings on there.
One of the buildings on there. Thank you.
And now we score, because you can't build any other buildings, even though you've got the resources. Well, you didn't have the resources, but
I
yeah,
didn't
if you had the resources to build another building,
Yeah.
you couldn't because
Yeah, I'd
you played
forgotten
that
it
card.
was. I've forgotten it was this.
So you get 2
cornfield
points per
only.
village, none,
Okay.
and now you take one of those cards from the offer.
Put it
So that
there.
goes into your hand. Your turn is done. Is it me next on 15?
Yep.
So I get a brick as income. Don't do any capital actions, and now I can build as many buildings as I want to in any region that I want to, but they've got to be in forests. So I think I'm going to spend a brick and a wood, and I'm going to build a village. And I'm going to build this village here. It's going to be in a forest. So it's going to be this village here. And I'm going to put that. Ooh, let's have a look at what card I might want to play next round. That one. Okay, so that's going to go there, which gets me a coin. I'm then going to spend a brick and a stone to build a temple, which also has to go in a forest. Now, I don't have to build it in the same region, but I'm thinking that buildings in the same region are pretty good. So I'm going to build it there. And I'm going to put that there. Okay, so that's my buildings built. I'm not building anything else. I get 2 points for every village. I have 1 village, so I get 2 points. And I win the game with 2 points. Is that how it works?
That's quick.
I said it was a quick game. No, I now get to take one of these cards. Well, that's not what we want. I'm going to take that one.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I've got the advantage of having played this once before already,
Okay.
but I'm now seeing other levels to my decision making based on the game last night. Right, I'm done. Robert,
Okay.
so you get a stone.
So 1 stone. Thank you.
The designers
So
in
I'm
the
gonna
chat,
try
you
and
want to
build
save lower
2
number cards
houses.
for the mid to end game. Yeah, good point. When going earlier is
So
possibly more
using
important.
number 1 on the very first turn probably wasn't the
Bad
best. Okay.
So I'm going to build
Okay.
So you can build
One-
only in plains.
1 cornfield
Yep.
and 1
And a
temple. So, in plains.
Only
So I'm
in
going
plains.
to try and go here because I think green might score because of them 2 green things. So this one here. So I'm building these
Well,
plains.
This is interesting.
See
Because
whether it works.
Well, because we've all gone with green in the hope that one of the... Right, Ben's going to make that final decision.
Ben
but
can
you
desert.
can force it by taking the
if
blue.
I do,
If you
if
take
I do,
the blue,
yes, I'm thinking about it.
then that's good
thinking
for all
about
of us. Because
So-
it would be quite funny if you didn't.
So
and then
these
both put
two-
blue in there.
You weren't prompting me at all.
These
to do
2
that.
get me a cornfield, so I'll have that cornfield there. So that one, let's put it. Let's put it there.
Gets you a priest immediately.
Lovely. And then I'll use these 2 to build a temple. So, which these are both. Oh no, I'll have one of these.
Yeah, so all temples provide a priest. but then there's an equal mix of the basic resource that they provide. All villages produce gold, and all cornfields produce corn.
So yeah, I'll go there, I think.
Okay, you get 2 points for every village.
I'm building
Needle one,
villages.
and you take a card from the offer.
Right. So I've got 2 in here. And if I take that, it'll be for the blue one. Yeah, I'll have that. Have that one.
What a surprise.
Got to be done. Right, then, final turn of round 1.
I'm
You
going to
get a
take a
stone,
stone. So
and now you can build, but you can only build in here.
get a cornfield and a temple.
Yeah.
Cornfield and a temple. Cornfield and a temple. So I'm going to take those 2. I'm going to get a priest for free. I'll put that one there.
Okay. 2 points per village, no villages.
No village.
And then you take a card from the offer.
Wonder which. Possibly green.
Right. So now what happens is that card that wasn't taken becomes the new scoring card for next round. The cards that we all played get added to the offer along with the top card of the deck. And we go to round 2. So at this point the game's going to open up a bit because we're going to get some of the advanced resources. And we can start doing more stuff. I have chosen a card.
Yep.
This is where Robert realises he doesn't have a stone card in hand.
This is-
But I'm assuming you do.
Yeah, I got a stone card.
Just which one?
Just thinking about this thing, so
Because I'll give you a hint.
more
I've only got
stuff
one
here.
wood card in my hand,
so
so I'm going to play it. But what's in the middle is actually not good.
So let's have a look.
It might not work out, but I can't. I want to get
Yeah.
all of this stuff because
Okay.
I'm greedy.
Okay.
18.
23.
14.
21.
Okay, right, Robert, you're first.
Right.
So first thing you do is
Get income.
select a row or column
And I go
with
with the
stone.
column.
So you get a
One
stone,
stone.
2 wood, a corn, and another priest.
Yeah.
Right. And now you
Corn.
do your capital actions if you want to do any
Another
capital
priest.
actions. The
I'd
only
like
one
to
you
have got
can
some
do-
gold and get some of these, but I
The only
didn't
one you
quite
can do is
think that
sacrifice.
through. Really? Yeah, because I haven't got the stuff to build
Nope.
that.
You need
Right,
one of
okay.
each to build. You can't do that.
Yeah.
And you haven't got any gold for that. So you
Right.
could sacrifice for one if you wanted to.
No, I don't
But the
think
first
it's-
space is just 1 point.
don't think it's worth it.
Okay, so no capital actions. So now you get to do building. You can build wherever you want, as long as it's in the hills, any type of building you want. And there are points at the end of this round for it being in here.
Yeah, so if I go here, I can only do one because I haven't got the resources for 2.
Yeah,
So it's looking like stone and wood.
that's a
Build
cornfield.
another cornfield,
Yep.
right. Yeah. Okay. Right, well that's what I'll build then.
Oh, mine's even worse.
Ah, wait a minute.
I'm getting 3 wood. I'm not getting anything else.
2 wood.
But thankfully I've got this, so I
right.
can fire it out. 'Cause
Yes.
I'm going to get a wood, and a wood.
You're still going to get your
Oh, well, I'll get the
priest
priest and the
and
gold,
gold,
but
right.
in terms of basic resources, I'm getting 3 wood.
I need more bricks.
But, yeah, it's alright. I got a plan.
So I want to build... Right, if I build this cornfield, I can get bricks.
There's bricks.
So I'm just going to spend them
Stone and a wood.
to build a cornfield,
Cornfield.
here.
It's got to be in hills.
Yes, that's
Yep.
hills. And that one has got a brick on it. So if I put it there, I'll generate some bricks.
Mhm.
Yeah, still doesn't get me any gold though. Oh well. I could put it there.
You could put it there and it would get you a gold.
It'd get me an instant gold,
Gave you
won't
instant
it?
gold. Yeah.
But those bricks are... Yeah. Yeah, I'll put it there for an instant gold, because
Okay.
I'm finding gold hard to come by.
It is. Yep.
Okay.
So points at the end of the turn for you. It's 2 points for every building in this region. 6
2
points for orange.
Cease.
Wow.
And you are done. Next. It's me with 18. So yeah, just to show you, I've got the wood icon here, so I can either choose this column, which I'm not going to do, or this row, and I get all of this. So I'm going to get wood, wood, and wood, and a coin, and a priest. So it's 3 wood, 1, 2, 3, a priest, and another coin. Right, capital actions. So I've got 2 coins. I could. Now, if there's one of those that converted a wood into 2 other things, that would be great. But as it is, I am going to spend 1 coin, and I am going to buy this tile here, and I flip it over immediately, and I get a brick and a stone. Now that'll get replenished at the end of my turn. So that's done. That's used.
When it gets flipped, is it out? Or is
So the rules say you should keep it. I think because some of the ritual cards, one of the ritual cards might be for every tile that you've got.
Right.
In this game, you could just get rid of it because we don't need it. Right. What am I going to do now? I think I'm going to build. Yeah, I don't think I'm...
At the end of my turn, I should have picked up
Oh, you
one
should
of
have
them.
picked up a card. Yeah, well done.
So,
And yeah, I'm going to go to the building. So I'm building in forest. Actually, this is not bad because it's all still open. Yeah. Okay. Now, here's a question: do I want to build a palace early on? I don't think I do. No, I don't think I do. I think I'm going to build a cornfield and a village, and I'm going to go for crazy. I'm going to build them all here. Now, where am I going to put these? I'm on the wood again. So I'm going to. Oh, what have I got in hand? Okay, so I'm going to put that there. It gives me a priest. I'm going to put that there.
If you got to the point where
Way
you've got more than 9, can you overlay?
No,
Right.
you can only have 9. You still choosing?
I'll have...
If you built Paul, shall I move you up to 10?
Yes, please. I get 8 points.
Wow.
I'll have that one.
Now I know which card I want to stay in there until next round, but that's probably not going to happen. So I think I need to take a card. Let's take. Oh dear. And there's the numbers on them as well.
Yes.
I didn't even look at the numbers.
I'm going to take that one. Okay, that was me on 18.
Keep it to round 5.
Yeah, 21.
Yes. Okay. So I realise now why my first move wasn't so great, because
And
now I've
now
only
you've
got one.
chosen. Oh dear.
Yes.
Oh
so
dear.
it wasn't great, was it? Never mind.
So you get a stone.
So I get a stone.
So
Okay.
capital actions. You could do a Oh, this needs
So-
to be refreshed.
Yeah. So I can buy one of these,
Buy one of those.
which gives me an instant
Yeah.
before I build.
Yeah.
So ideally, I suppose I want some wood to go with the brick. That will give me yes. So if I spend my gold and buy this one,
Yep. Then you immediately get
take
wood
a wood and
a corn.
a corn, which does that and that. Now I can build in
Yep.
green.
It's got to be in this region,
Yeah.
but you can build any
Yeah.
type of building
So-
on any terrain.
So I can build a stone and a brick
That's
to
a
give
temple.
me a temple, which can be the one that gives me a priest.
They all give you
give a
priests.
priest. And do I want the wood or do I want the stone? Actually, I think it doesn't really matter too much, so I'm going to have... actually, I'm going to have that one. Guess why? Because otherwise you will.
That's a shame, that, because if I got a row of 5, that's an immediate victory condition.
Did I just stop you then? Sorry about that.
I just made that up.
Okay, good. So that's that one and that one done. And then I'm going to use this to build the village, which I wanted to have last time, but that's fine. And I'm going to build a village in this stone and a penny. A stone and a penny. I'm going to have that one there.
Okay.
Thank you.
All building done?
Yeah. No, I just do that. Then I've got to take a card.
Yeah. Spend your resources.
But I have to do that I have to do that. Oh yes, thank you.
Pop your buildings on.
Put the buildings on. So I'm going to nab the card. You can get on to the next turn.
We'll do your points. You get 6
yes.
points.
Yep. 6 points.
6 points.
Okay.
But yeah, while you're putting your buildings on, Ben,
If I just take a card, then
So we've got stone. 1, 2, 3 stone.
so you get 3 stone,
Fall
a
into the
corn,
same trap.
and a priest. Oh, you've got a stone that looks like a brick.
Oops. In the wrong pile.
Right.
I could sacrifice, but I don't really want to do that, do I? No, not just with one.
Oh, you don't have the coin to buy a thingy card.
No, didn't see any of that. So that's pretty much end of go. No points. No building anything.
Oh dear. Yeah, I mean, you could sacrifice for 1, but it wouldn't get you... You need 2 to get the resource.
Yeah.
Okay, so end of round 2. That's the scoring card for next round. All of our cards go into the offer. So big thank you to everybody who is watching this live. If you are watching this live, just pop us a message in the chat, just keep us company. The designer has done a few games.
Oh yeah.
Let us know which of your favourite games he's done. I've played Ragusa, which is his, and Merv as well. I don't think I've played another one. But yeah, let us know. Right, are we ready for round 3? Okay. Now.
Yeah, originally, when I picked these two up, I just picked up any. I didn't consider
That.
Yeah, especially in that column.
Yeah.
That, I mean, first game.
Yep. Next time.
I mean, if you do that again,
This and this.
it won't be that bad. Because you can then sacrifice for 2 food, go up here, get a 3rd resource. You still need the coin though, don't you?
Yes.
Right, do we do that? Yeah, I mean, this area is filled up. Quite quickly. Okay, I think I'm going to choose that card. Leslie's in the chat, likes Merv. Adam's played Ragusa and Merv. Peter's played... Oh yeah, Kalimala as well. I've not played Kalimala, but I remember when it came out that was really well, really highly rated. I think that was was that Fabio? Was that your first published game, Kalimala? I think it might have been.
Okay.
yep.
You all have a card?
24.
12.
19.
So it's me first. Well, I'm going to choose stone, and I get all of this.
Nice.
So that's a stone, a brick, a corn, wood, a priest, some more wood, and a coin. Right, okay. What am I going to do with all of this? I'm going to get rid of that because we don't need it. So, capital actions. Too many priests. Do I want to buy a tech tile thing, a trade tile, 2 gold? I don't think I do actually. I might buy one of the ones from the top. Yeah, I'm gonna spend 1 coin.
You sure?
I'll buy one of the ones from the top, and the one I'm gonna buy is
The one that I want.
I think the one that gives me the most flexibility, which is that one.
Yeah.
So I get a stone and a brick.
Replace now?
It's replaced technically at the end of my turn, but I'm not going to buy any others. So yeah,
You can only buy one from a row anyway.
you can only buy one from each row anyway. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not going to do any other capital actions, or am I? No, I am. I am absolutely going to do a capital action. We're going to spend a priest, and we're going to spend 1 of each basic resource, and we're going to start building that. And we're going to say that that pyramid is all about
Oh, yes.
building the forest.
Surprise, surprise.
And then I'm going to build in the forest.
Yes. Yes. Hey, it's combo-tastic.
And I want to build in the blue area because that's going to score me points this round. So I'm going to build for a brick and a wood, a village. And I'm also going to spend a wood and a stone for a cornfield. And I'm going to put... Now, let me just have a look at what I might select next round. How am I doing for priests? I've gone all right for priests, so I'm going to put that there, which gets me a corn immediately, and that there. And that's it, no more building, so I get 2 points for every house in the blue region, so I get 4 points. 1, 2, 3, 4. And yeah, I take a card. Let's take that one. Okay, done. That was 12.
17.
17 is next.
Okay. Collect the income, so a brick. Oh no, a brick and a stone.
So you're getting everything from that column.
Coin.
Yeah.
2
2
wood.
wood.
And a corn and a priest.
Right.
Okay,
There we
now
go.
now I can buy.
Lots of resources.
Okay, so I can spend.
So capital actions
I can
first.
do-
You could sacrifice. You could.
Could I
a
sacrifice?
trade
I
tile.
could with 2, couldn't I? That gives me another resource, effectively.
Yeah.
Is that right? And some headway on the track. Do you know what? I think I might do that to start with. I'm going to sacrifice here, so 2.
2 corn.
2
moves
corn.
You, so you get 1 point for moving to there, and
Oops.
then 1 of any resource. 1 of any basic resource.
Yeah, the one I think I need is.
Rewind a point.
There. That's immediate points.
Oh, that's a point.
point.
Right,
Yeah.
okay. I thought it was just
I
a
think
count.
I'll have another.
So end of game points has got that
Stone.
around it. Immediate points
Have
is
another
is that.
stone. Okay, and now I can build. Now
You can build
I can-
any region, any type,
So-
but it's got to be in
got to be in the
hills.
stone. So I'm going to go over to the blue region and build.
That's where it's all happening.
That's where it's happening. So I can build a cornfield using these.
So that's got to be that one. 'Cause it's the only one in the hills.
That one. Thank you. Now I'm going to build a temple. And the temple needs to be the one with resources on. Here's a priest and a stone. I have them. Oh, I thought it was a. Oh, I nearly grabbed the one with the money on it. It's not got
that's
money.
villages.
It's not got money. Okay. I don't have any priests. I don't have any bricks. So I've got stone. I'm going to go for more bricks.
Okay.
Thank you. Right, and then if I take a card, then we can move on.
We can do your points. You get 4 points.
4 points. I was going to spend that, but I've done the building now, so I can't. That's fine. I will take, I think. Oh yeah, it's meaty, that is, isn't it? It's a good decision. I've got to think. I have to think. I'll take this one,
Okay.
please,
Right.
and I'll just lay
You
these
don't
down.
put your buildings on your board.
Yeah.
Who's next?
I think that's me.
19.
Yep, no, that's me.
So what are you going to choose? For
So
your
yes,
income?
this is tricky. So I think I'll go for the bricks. So I'll do the brick column. So that gets me 2 bricks, and 1 corn.
Yep.
So put that back there.
Right. Capital
So
actions.
now I'd quite like to get some stone as well.
Do you have any gold?
So I have some gold.
There you go.
So if I spend some gold,
You could
I
have
can
that
get
tile.
that thing. I think I'll do that now.
Okay. So you take that. You immediately get a stone and a corn,
Lovely.
and then that's done.
Yep.
Any other capital actions?
Well, I quite fancy building a pyramid. I'm not sure about this forest thing, so maybe I'll start
You're
a
going to start
new
your own.
pyramid.
What's wrong with my pyramid?
Well, it's a bit too purple for me. So I'm going to build my orange pyramid. I'm going to start an orange pyramid.
So that's a priest. One of each basic
One priest.
resource.
Wood, brick, and stone. Stone. That means I can build this one here.
Okay. And which scoring criteria do you want to choose?
I want to go for
Which one's best for you?
that one.
Okay. Yeah, that's good for you.
So I don't think I can build.
Good for Ben. Terrible for me.
Don't think I can build any houses though.
Okay.
So maybe
You could
may I build-
sacrifice.
Oh, sacrifice! Right.
You could. I'm not saying you should.
That would get me this thing.
Yeah.
That's quite nice.
Is that an immediate effect?
No, it's a permanent ability that any tile you buy from the middle row now costs 1 instead of 2.
But only while you're in that space.
Or beyond it.
Oh,
Yeah.
right, okay.
No, I won't sacrifice yet.
And no buildings, so you get 2 points for every building up there, which is none. And then you take a card.
Right.
And then it's Ben's go. So,
Sorry, I thought I was going to sneeze.
your income is
You'd be a rubbish.
brick,
Brick, another stone. And corn.
and corn. And then capital actions. So you could sacrifice to get the wood, which would give you
I haven't got a lot of option really, have I?
more buildings.
So far behind. So sacrifice.
So you're sacrificing for 2, so you
Yep.
get 1 point and a basic resource. It depends what you're going to build. So what are you building this turn? You're building in green. So you're building in this area. You could go for another brick and build 2 temples. Depends what you need.
There are 2 temples there.
There are 2, yeah.
Temple or cornfield. Yeah, I don't want any of that. I want some stuff. I haven't got any gold, have I?
Gold is obviously good, isn't it? Because you can
Well,
buy
everybody
these.
started with gold, and I'm just. That's why I
It
think.
makes a
Why
makes a
behind?
difference.
I mean, whichever one you build, if you put it on that space, it's a gold.
That's true. That's good. Yeah.
So they keep generating gold, but that's only villages, isn't it? I can't get a village. Well, I could if I had a
You can if you take the wood here, then you can build a village.
Yeah.
But if you build the
Wood and a
village,
brick.
it will be the only
It'll be the only
building that you build this turn.
So it's got to be a wood. Oh, sorry. So that's going to give me a temple and a cornfield.
Temple and a cornfield, and it's got to be in this
Green.
area. But you can build in any terrain.
Either of the temples are the same, aren't they?
This one generates stone. That one generates brick.
Oh God, I need to get my eyes tested. I don't want the stone one. I think I might just about have enough stone, so I'll have the brick one, please.
And the cornfield.
Yeah, there's only one, isn't there?
There's only one.
That's interesting. Thanks, Paul.
Okay. That goes there.
That's nice.
That goes there.
Where are you going to put these? I'm going to do that. Take a gold, yeah.
Yeah, you get a gold. So how many Jaffa cakes do I have to give you
To pick the right one.
to put that card in the middle?
Yeah, absolutely, no problem at all.
Well, I'm Ben. One for the team.
scoring.
One for the team.
Why has he made it very?
One for the team.
Oh, yeah,
You
sorry.
get 4 points.
made it very obvious earlier on that if you take that, then
take
Ben
that one,
won't like
yes.
that.
He'd worked that out.
Yeah.
Right, I think we're done. That's the end of round 3.
Okay.
Cards back in.
Fabio says if you pick a tile for which you are only 1 scoring, you might not be able to complete the pyramid load. Yeah, that's a good point.
Sorry. Go on.
So I've gone with a forest-heavy strategy. Nobody else is interested in contributing to this pyramid, which means it's probably not going to get finished, which means I'm not going to get the points. So there is an incentive
For you to build the rest.
there's an incentive when you're building a pyramid to pick a scoring tile, which
other people will help
might
you.
be
Other people might
interested
want.
in, so that they help you finish building the
You're not
pyramid.
going to get there to finish it yourself. then.
It's very down. Well,
Well, you can get
I could
these
try.
points, but you can't get those points
Yeah.
unless somebody finishes it.
Right.
There's
So
2 rounds
these
left.
ones don't
I'd have
require
to
the
build
pyramid
the
points.
middle bit this round, and then the final bit
top.
next round,
Wow. It's a lot of resources.
which is a lot of resources. But I might be able to do it.
Yeah.
I got some buildings out early, so that helped.
Cards over.
Cards over.
No. Right.
I'll reveal the next one, which is planes.
Right. The scoring for this round is this region here, this newly discovered region that none of us have bothered with
Not been touched.
at all,
Is now up for grabs.
is now up for grabs. Absolutely.
Okay.
That.
Yeah, I might need to check those ritual cards in a minute as well.
Gotta be that. It's gotta be. This is so good. This is gonna be good. I think this is gonna be good. Not that I'm telling you what I'm doing.
Okay.
If I understand it correctly, this is gonna be good. Probably Paul's gonna say
So,
that's not how you play
What's
it.
that first one? 6 points for 3 buildings in the same region of different types. Yes,
So
I've
you got that already.
And the last
got
one
that.
is 6 points for sets of 3 buildings in the same region, different terrain. I haven't got that.
Right.
Okay, so it's the first one I've got. Different types of buildings.
I think I've got the one that has the different buildings in different terrains.
You don't have him in hills. You're in this
Oh, I'm
region,
not in.
You got
Oh, I'm
three
not.
types.
Yes,
You got 3 types of buildings.
but you don't have.
but the
In the same
yes,
region.
Yes,
Yeah.
in the
So
same
that's-
region.
that's
That's
that
for
one,
that
isn't
one,
it?
but not the other one as well. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yep.
But if I do that, I could. Yeah. It's interesting because if I put
Okay.
an extra piece on here, that's 6 points for me.
This one's quite nice.
You'll get points for each of those.
I'm getting 1 point per house in a forest at the moment.
Yeah.
That gets
If I put another piece on there, I'm getting 2 points for each
And
house in a
5 for
forest.
the
Only if it
piece.
finishes.
Only if it
Okay.
finishes.
Yeah.
But
I'll
yeah,
go for
assuming I
this one.
finish it, that
Nice.
might be better
What's
than
the
doing a
number?
ritual card. Okay, I've chosen. Yeah, it's tricky.
Oh well.
Here we go.
18.
23.
26.
3.
Off you go with number
I didn't
3.
really want to go first, but I wanted to stone to build villages. So
Right.
That's why.
So
I
which
picked
column
that
are you choosing? The one
I'm
that
going to
gets you
choose
all the
that
stuff.
one. So that's 1 stone,
1 stone, 2 wood,
2 woods.
a corn, and a priest. Could all that corn?
Yummy. It's one
Right.
of my favourite foods.
Capital action.
So
What can you do? You can sacrifice.
I want to try and build some stuff. So I'm just thinking ahead. So put some wood. I want to build a village.
Okay.
I can only
Need
so
to keep back a wood.
if I wanted to build, I can only build villages because of that.
Yeah,
So if I wanted to build more villages, I need to get more
another brick.
brick, and I need to have.
And don't forget about
Haven't
the
got any.
palace, which everybody can build once in the game.
Haven't got any more gold, so I can't get one of those. So maybe I'll just build one village. So yeah, maybe now's the time to do a bit of sacrificing. So you can use the corn on here.
Yep,
Um,
that's it.
that's all you
That's-
use
that's
your corn
all it's used for.
Right. So
Yeah,
if I did
apart
that
from-
and get up to here, I get.
It's always good.
discount.
Always good barbecued corn.
Yep.
No, I think I'll wait a bit longer
Oh,
before I do my
Okay.
sacrificing.
Ooh. Pile up the corn.
so any other capital actions?
So, so I could do this.
You could do a ritual.
I could do that. I
Yep.
think I will.
So
Oh,
you
I
spend
forgot.
six-
We have to
spend
do.
one
We have to
priest.
play. We have to do that, don't we? To do.
Yeah.
Spend
Oh.
one priest
Put
to
a
put
disc.
an orange on that.
So you're going to get points at the end of the game for resources you have left over.
Yeah.
Glad you went on that one.
Oh, I forgot that. So we have to do that at the
So
moment.
that's my
it's
capital
just
actions.
at the moment, it's just a priest.
So, building.
Now build one of these.
Can only build villages, but you can build them wherever you want.
So it's stone and wood. And so this is quite good for me if I was scoring that.
Yes.
And maybe I will in the end.
So in
so
order for you to do
I want
another
the
ritual,
gold.
you would have to do another piece in the pyramids.
So yeah. I think I'll go for this one.
Genway's playing
because
2-player
it
tonight.
gets
Let
me-
us know how it goes, because I've played at 1, 3, and now 4. I haven't played the 2-player game yet.
And you can't do this until you've got a pyramid.
Correct.
Yeah, I think I'll go for that one because it does get me.
What you want.
It gets me brick and gold.
Yep.
Those are quite nice. I can try and milk that column later. So that's my
Is that your building done?
I
So you don't
think-
get any points for this.
Well, I can't build that.
You can only build
No.
villages because of this. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So you draft a card, and then who's next?
Me.
18.
Wood.
Here we go.
Hey, now we're in the money.
Wood,
Brick.
brick,
Priest.
another wood, corn, stone, and another priest.
Nice.
Right. So capital actions.
I've got to sacrifice because I'm so far behind.
Do you?
Yeah. Because then I can get this at a discount, don't I?
Oh, if you wanted the middle row. Oh, because there's a stone converter there.
Yeah.
Ah, nice. So you're sacrificing for 1,
Yep.
which moves you up to there.
Yeah.
You can now buy tiles for the middle row for 1 coin. So you spend 1 coin.
That one.
So that is a once per round ability,
Turn that one over. Get rid of that.
and get 2 corn.
Two of these back.
Okay.
Building. I could do that, couldn't I?
You could build a pyramid. I don't know if that's part of your plan,
Nope.
but you do have the resources to build a pyramid if you wanted to.
Oh dear.
I don't think there's enough turns left, is there?
I've got to think about next turn.
That, and that.
I think this is quite a heavy game.
Yeah.
For me, it's quite a heavy game.
You've played much heavier.
Because
than
it's.
this.
I have. If you look on Board Game Geek, the rating of this is quite a bit lower than some of the other games
Much-
that I
yeah.
consider to be heavy games.
Right.
But for me, the thinking about what I need to think about
Exactly.
There's some good
makes it
decisions.
heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
The depth and weight and complexity ratio of the decision of thought compared to the actual amount of rules is good.
Yeah.
Temple in a cornfield.
There's games with like twice as many rules of this with the same decision space. So I think this has got a good.
Okay, so build a temple in a cornfield. In
So you
green.
can only build in forest, but you can build wherever you want to, whichever region you want.
Temple in a cornfield. I think
Okay.
that's what I've got.
I moved blue instead of black. I did. Thank you for spotting, Willem.
Oh yeah.
I'm aiming for the efficiency on this sacrifice.
Yeah, looks good.
Generating more corn.
Or
Hopefully.
you could just keep that corn to the end of the game because every corn is worth
Because I'm
2
going to
points.
score.
Yeah.
Right, I'm going to
You
score.
get 2 per.
Okay. Yes.
Maximum of 12.
Yes, of course.
So I get 4 points there.
You get 4 points for that.
And I need to pick one of these.
Take a card.
Okay, if you want to carry on, I'll wait.
Who's next?
I've got
Next, isn't
26.
it?
Yeah.
Well, I got stone again, so I'm choosing that. So it's the usual.
So do you get both row and column?
No, no, no.
Oh, that's why I was so jumping up and
No,
down.
no, no. Column
I thought
or
it was- Oh, I've got to make a choice now then, which row or column.
Yeah, so stone, brick, corn, wood, priest, a wood, and a coin. Right. Okay.
Just taking that one. Mess everybody else up, I think.
So, capital actions. Where am I on the sacrifice track? I'm nowhere on the sacrifice track. So, interesting. Okay, well, I definitely want to do a ritual. And I can do a ritual, so I'm going to spend a priest to do this one here, which I believe is going to get me 6 points at the end of the game because I've got 3 different buildings in here. Now, if I can get 3 different buildings somewhere else as well, fantastic. Do I try and complete the pyramid? If I do, yeah, I've got to try it. So I'm going to spend a priest, 1 of each resource. Now, I could start a new pyramid, but I'm not going to because that's a crazy idea. So I'm going to...
You've chucked your eggs all in one basket.
Well, I've
Keep going,
gone
haven't
with lots and lots of forests.
you? Keep going.
So that's another capital action. Now, could I build a building? I could. I could build a building. And I want it to be in a forest. And I want it to be a village, which means I need a brick, so I can do it. So I'm going to spend a coin. I'm going to take this, which immediately gets me a wood and a brick. And then I'm going to spend the wood and the brick, and I've got to build in this area. And I'll build there. I'm going to put that there. And done. So I get 2 points at the end of the round for having a building there. And I'm going to take... Who's got to go after me?
Me.
Oh, I don't want any of those. They're all rubbish for me for next round. I'm only going to play 1 card after this.
That's why I took the green one last time.
I'm going to take that one. Okay, Paul. Your penultimate turn.
Okay, so yeah, so I'm not going to get both, which
You're
I'm
not gonna get
okay. That's fair enough, but I do get a brick. Okay, I'm going to go across here. So a brick, yeah, a stone, gold, a brick, a priest, a stone, and some more corn.
Corn. Right.
Okay.
Capital actions.
Capital actions, right. Now it makes sense for me to be sacrificing, I think.
So
But
how much
before
food are
I
you spending?
before I sacrifice, I want to buy corn. So I can buy
Yep.
this corn. This doesn't get me. I can't create corn there. So
You spend a coin.
does this? Can you just explain to me what this?
So this
one
is
does?
1 times.
Yeah.
Spend 2 corn to
corn
move
for-
4 spaces up the sacrifice track.
Oh, I haven't got 2 corn until I've done that, or I would not have enough money. Okay, which I haven't got enough money for that anyway, haven't I? Right, so I'm going to spend 1 gold
Yep.
to
Take
buy
that tile.
this tile.
Get a
Immediately
stone.
use it to get a stone and a corn.
And a corn.
Okay, I'm then going to sacrifice and burn my corn. I have some barbecued corn on the corn.
2 corn.
2 corn.
You get 2 points.
2 points. Thank you. And
And you could now buy from this row at a cost of 1 instead of 2.
I can buy from that cost of 1. I've got lots of stone.
You spent your coin, didn't you, for the
I
first?
did spend the coin,
Yeah.
yeah. I've got the second one here. I could get some brick. I could get some wood. So I'm going to spend 1 coin
Yeah.
to buy this one and convert
So once per round.
once per round. I can turn 1
Brick.
brick
into 2 wood.
into 2 wood.
Okay.
Now that gives me some build options, I think. Hopefully.
Any other capital actions?
What else can I do? I've done a ritual. I've done a sacrifice rather. Can I do a ritual?
Nope. Because you haven't built a pyramid piece.
Because I haven't built a pyramid
You could
piece.
build a pyramid piece.
But I could build. Have I got enough? Then I'd have to, in order for me to build the pyramid piece, it's not going to complete.
It is if you put it there.
But that's going to give you lots.
Just saying.
Just saying, yeah, lots.
If you don't, I will. So you go on there if you're going to get points for forest. You go on there if you get points for plains.
At the moment, I've got 1 person. I've got 1 house in a forest, haven't I?
Yeah. So that's no good.
Can I actually build those 2? I would need to build a cornfield which is a wood and a stone, which I could do.
I mean, if none of these are any good for you, you might be better.
Yeah, none of those are... Well,
but if you wanted to do a
actually,
ritual...
yeah, actually, if I built over there, which I am going to do... Okay, that's good.
Okay.
Do you know what? I am going to see if I can... So I'm going to try and build a pyramid level.
So it's a priest.
It's a priest.
And one of each basic resource.
And one of each. Oh, that's a shame because it... yeah, go on, let's do that. Let's do that. Come on. A priest, a brick, a wood, and a stone.
Yeah. And you're going to start a new one?
And I'm going to start... No, I'm going to complete this.
Oh.
No, I am going to start one here.
No. So when you start one,
yes,
you have to use your largest piece available.
Oh, yes. Really?
Yeah.
You did say that. Oh, what a shame. Okay.
Building pyramids isn't quite as easy as you thought it was.
No, but I'm gonna do this. Come on, let's do this. Let's have a complete.
Sure?
Well,
So
because
Paul
if
gets
I
10 points
I'll
from
get
those
10
two
points
levels.
from
You get 5 points from the piece you put.
Plus 1.
And you get...
I'm going to build here and here, which gives me points.
If you're going to build
here.
in a forest, then
I'm going to build in the forest. I think I've got enough. If I've worked. Oh, no, I didn't because I spent all my bits on the pyramid. Okay, tell you what, the pyramid comes back. Yeah, sorry, Paul.
That's all right.
I thought I had enough to build the other 2 bits as well as the top, which would have given me
help
the
me
points
to
in
build
the forest.
this one. You've got 2 in the
the
plains here.
plains.
You're helping me to build my pyramid.
I'm just checking.
That gives me 2.
Yeah, it's a negotiation game.
I'm hoping
It's a negotiation game.
I'm hoping to finish this pyramid.
Yeah, okay,
so
I'm
then,
going to go over there to the yellows. No, I'm going yellow. I'm going to
So
do
are you
what I can
starting a new
remember.
pyramid, or are you just building buildings?
No, I'm just going to build some buildings.
Okay.
I'm going to use a wood and a stone to build a cornfield,
Yeah.
which is in. That's probably going to be the one, I hope. That's going to be the one. So I'll build a cornfield here. This one gives me corn.
Okay.
Right, that one. Then I can do a temple. Is that right? Yeah, a temple.
Stone and a brick. Yep.
A stone and a brick. To go. So that needs to go on there. Stone and a brick needs to go.
Which temple would you like?
Have I got any corn? Hopefully I can generate corn. I can generate corn. So I want a priest. I'm going to get a priest. That will give me a priest.
They're all priests.
They're all
temples.
priests, aren't they? And I'm going to play that, which is going to give me that. So I want that one there. Okay, that's that one. Then I've got a wood and a stone, which is another cornfield.
Ooh, 3 buildings in a turn.
Another cornfield, which is in the plains. I should have gone for the plains if you are going to complete that, but you won't be able to complete it on your turn, will you? So
That one?
that one, yes. Thank you.
Don't forget there's the palace if you wanted to build your palace as one of those.
Can you remind me what the
Yeah,
palace
what was
does
it?
in terms
What was
of
it
points?
that you built?
They were both cornfields, weren't they?
You built 2 cornfields and a temple.
Yes.
So no, you wouldn't have been able to. No, because to build a
Needed
palace,
more brick.
you need all 3. You need.
Yeah, I
you'd have
needed
another
a brick.
Yeah.
A brick. I think. Yeah, that's right. And I've used that already, so haven't I? So yeah, tap that. I think that's all I can do.
So 6 points at the end of the round.
Nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay, and you take a
And
card.
I take a card. The one that goes back is going to be the one that scores, isn't it?
You're going to effectively decide what's going to be the scoring criteria for next round. Yeah.
Yeah, and I need that to be.
You
Okay.
you need the grey one to be
The
there.
grey
'cause
one, which is why I built those there.
That's a lot of points for you. Right, okay, we go into the last round of the game.
Yeah, should have built the other one in the other stone, but that's fine. That's fine. Should have built the other cornfield in the other one, but it doesn't matter. It's done.
Okay, so just before we start the last round, obviously, thank you to everybody for watching either live or afterwards. Big thank you to all of my Patreon supporters that fund the channel. If you like the content that I create and you want to help me carry on making more videos, please consider supporting the channel at patreon.com/gaming rules. And a big thank you to Board and Dice again for asking me to create this video. Right, are we all ready for the final round of the game?
I've got buildings. I'm building quickly. Let's build there to get
There
the
we go.
corn.
Right. Now I had a plan. And the plan was to try and finish this pyramid. Because it's 15 points.
Oh, I can't-
It's huge if I finish it. Well, it's
Can't
not 15
finish this
points.
one without someone helping me now.
Correct.
Yeah.
I know that's why I should have not built that one there. I should have built it there.
Should have built it there.
Yeah, never mind.
So
I did say that while I was placing it, but then forgot all about it. Never mind. What one am I not going to go?
Okay. Is this going to work?
do that.
Yes. No. Yes. Oh gosh. How are we doing for the rituals?
I'm not sure that's any good. Oh, I think I've really messed up. Okay, oh, let's do it anyway. That's done. Yeah, never mind. Let's get this back.
This is a tricky choice.
Really needed to have thought 2 steps
Yeah. Okay.
ahead. Do you know what I mean?
I'll try this one.
You get to this decision point, you realise actually what I really should have done.
So these cards are actually irrelevant.
not gonna happen, are they?
Because we're not going to take a card.
Yeah.
Yet.
Yep.
This is the last round. All right. 7.
5.
12.
14.
Okay, 5 is first. Have some resources.
Stone.
Stone.
Wick.
2 priests and some food.
I can do this whenever, can't I?
Once per round, yeah.
Flip that. 2 more of
Can't build a pyramid without stone.
corn.
Look at this.
Sacrifice. I don't know. It's the only thing I can see to do. Can I sacrifice 6?
No, up to 5.
Sacrifice 5.
Sacrifice for 5. So black moves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Get 5 points.
So you get 5 points.
Nice.
All of these now cost you 1 coin, and you get a resource for here and a resource for here. So you get
2
any
more.
2 basic resources.
I haven't got any gold. This, I can't come in here unless I've got a gold.
You
Is that
can
right?
go on that one
Yeah, I haven't got that.
without spending a coin.
So 2 basic resources.
And you've got priests, so you could do some pyramid contributions.
Yeah, that gives other people more points than me. That temple. What am I scoring? I can only score temple. I can only build temples.
You can only build temples this turn. But one of those could be a palace.
So that's one of my resources.
Yep.
The other thing is just anything, isn't it?
Okay.
And then
Any other capital actions?
I'm going to build a palace.
So no other capital
I
actions?
haven't got any, have I?
Not unless you want to build here, or if you want to sacrifice again.
I can sacrifice again.
You can sacrifice again. You can do it multiple times, but it's 5 corn max each time. So you could sacrifice again and get to there,
Yeah, I'll do that.
but that's only useful if you're going to be doing this. Well, apart from you're 1 step further ahead.
But I still got to pay the gold, haven't I?
No.
Or I just put it on there.
Yeah, but you can only ritual if you've done
yeah,
any
that's
pyramid
right.
building.
That's right. So I'm going to build the palace.
Okay.
I will. Okay.
So it's got to be on a temple space. Because it's
Yes,
it's only temples that you can build.
I'm getting mixed up between temples
Temples and
palaces,
palaces.
and pyramids.
Yeah.
And that's got to be slate. In the hills.
Doesn't have to be, but if it is, it'll get you 2 points.
it doesn't matter which one I pick now because there's no bonuses on there next round, so that will just go there.
So that doesn't go there, that goes here.
Oh yes, yeah.
And you pop one of your buildings on there.
It was that one, I think.
Okay.
I forgot about that.
So that counts as you having 2 temples in there.
And I can still build, excuse me, another temple. Because I've got these two, yeah?
Yep.
Another temple on the slate, that's it, yeah. On the hills. Done yet? I think that's done. That's been
All done?
So
So points at the end of this round.
so
8.
that's 4, that's 4, isn't it?
Oh yeah, 10. Yeah, so 1, 2,
4,
3,
6,
4,
8,
5, so 10 points.
Well done. Nice.
Nice.
Very nice.
Right, I'm on 7. So I'm going to get all of this again.
Yeah, we're going to get to 60 sometime. Paul says that.
Stone,
There's that.
brick, corn, wood, priest,
Still got a lot of this on our board, haven't we?
wood,
Touched it. I'm coming
coin.
back.
Yep.
Right.
That mistake right at the beginning. Just didn't see it.
Yeah, me too.
Thankfully it's a quick game. Ish. Right. We're all done. I'm now doing
Lots.
capital actions, which has to be to finish the pyramid. So before I think of anything else,
Yeah, it's probably worth it.
Higher rated.
we're going to finish the pyramid.
Well, that's one of each and a
Yeah,
thingy.
one of each and a priest.
Yeah.
Done. Right. Next. Well, the corn is only useful for sacrificing, so I will spend a priest and 4 corn to go 1, 2, 3, 4, getting me 3 points, getting me a basic resource, which is going to be a stone, and means that I can now buy from here for a cost of 1 gold. So I have 2 gold.
So you're winning this stone, which you already got. Don't think either of those are useful.
So I tell you what, I'm going to do a slight tweak to what I did. Before I did the sacrificing, I'll spend a coin to have that, so that when I sacrifice, I get another step up. And on that step up, I'll take a stone. Okay, right. Any other capital actions? No. Building actions, I can only build cornfields. So I build 2 of them. Oh no, hang on. Do I take a break? Do I build my palace?
Nice is 2 points as if it's
There's 2
It counts as 2 houses.
2 houses.
houses.
two whatever.
I'm on that one. I'm
Yeah,
trying to
whichever.
get... Where am I? I'm here. No, it's not going to work. No, it's not going to work, is it? So, okay, no, it's fine. I won't build my palace. I'll just build 2 cornfields. Anything in a forest gets me 3 points. So, I'll build there, and I'll build there. Done. End of the round, I score... Nil point.
Woof. Null point.
That's me done. 7.
Okay.
Who's next?
Me
12.
next. So, income. I'm going stone down there. So I get this stuff. 2 woods, a brick, and another stone. Corn, gold, and priest.
Right. What you going to do?
Can only build... No. Capital actions first.
Capital actions first.
So, yeah, I'd like to do some sacrificing.
if in
I'd
doubt.
like to go on... If I go on there, it's 6 points. Go on this one.
So you can't go on there at the moment. Because you've only got 1 piece of a pyramid.
Yes. So I need
So
to build another
You need to
level.
build another piece of a pyramid in order to do a second ritual.
Right, yeah. So sacrificing might be better. So that's 5. That's 5. So Who's already? Everyone's been.
No, I'm
except
going
for
to go in
you.
a minute.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's pretty
So
obvious
if I can
what
get
I'm going
ahead
to do.
of you, then I get 3 points on that track. So I think sacrificing is quite good, but then this gold, what am I going to use that gold for? I could use it to get one of these things. So that's not much
That's
good
the
for
thing,
me.
if you
That's
were
not much
to-
good for me. That's only...
If you sacrificed first, your 1 gold would buy you one of those. If one of those is any better for you.
Ah, yeah. Yeah, I think it might be. Yeah. So I'll sacrifice first.
And you're doing the full
So
5.
5 gold, 5 corn, 1 priest.
So orange gets 3 points. Any 2 basic resources. And you can now buy from the middle row for 1 coin instead of 2.
So let's have a look. I can only build in forests.
And yeah, you can
I'm not
only
sure
build in
there's
forests
much
this turn.
point in me building in forests really, because I'm not in this
You're
pyramid.
not in that.
We
It's
don't
not
score
that.
there. So if I build in forests,
Actually, yeah, you might want to
doesn't
save your
help me
resources.
much. So I could build another pyramid level there maybe.
That
So
would get you an additional 2 points.
yeah,
That's all it would get you.
yeah,
Whereas saving the resources actually gets you 3 points. Well, 5.
yeah.
Count the priest as well.
That's right.
You might not want to do anything.
Yeah. Okay. Yep.
Don't forget.
Because these are
Well-
all giving me points from that
So what you could do is you could spend 1 coin
to get a bit more
to
resources.
buy that, which you actually, so you're losing 2 points to get 3 points.
Right,
That's a
yeah.
1 point increase.
Yeah.
The other option is you
These
buy
ones-
any one of those, which is also a 1 point increase.
Yeah.
So whichever tile you buy increases the number of points you get by 1.
Yes, I'll get. I'll get that one, and then use it to convert this into one of these.
Yep. All done?
I'll just turn it sideways. Yep,
Yeah.
I think that's enough.
Right, last turn of the game.
Not
Okay.
sure. Did you take these 2 basic resources? I'm not sure you did.
Oh no, I didn't. Right.
Have some more points.
So let's have a brick
Doesn't matter what they are, does it?
No.
and have a couple of bricks.
Yeah. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
So
11,
yes,
11
if
points
I
at
was
the end of the
allowed
game.
to build 2 levels on the pyramid, I've
You
got
would
enough
have been able
stuff,
to do it.
but I haven't got enough time.
Okay.
Yeah, well, the designer's in the chat. You can blame him.
Okay, so I've stone. So I'm going to do stone, which gives me 1, 2, 3 stone.
4.
4 stone, thank you. I'll need another one from the other
And
side.
4 corn.
And 4 corn, which we've only haven't got enough, or we have now.
got some
Sorry,
here.
that was my original one. 1, 2, 3, 4 corn.
Okay, right.
So it's obvious what I'm going to do next.
Capital actions.
Capital actions. Don't have any money. I'm going to sacrifice 5 corn.
Wow. So
get-
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you get 3 points.
Yeah.
Uh,
1, 2, 3.
you get 2 basic resources.
And I think what I need is
Stone.
yeah, I need more stone. Now, what I need is I need to. I was thinking of trying to do this temple,
Palace.
and so to get the temple, I want
Palace.
the palace. Thank you. I'll need the wood, and so what I need to do is get a brick.
Take
so I
2
need to
brick.
Take 2 brick, isn't
Then
it?
convert one of the bricks
Convert
into 2
1
wood.
brick into 2 woods.
Yeah.
Right, and that gives me enough for a temple. A
Palace.
palace. Thank you. That one. Which
Gotta
I
be
can
built in the
so I can
hills.
start build. So I ideally wants to be built in the hills, and it can be any of
It can be, yeah.
any of the things.
Yeah.
Is that right? So I can take, for example, this one.
Yeah, that's right.
Put that there. Put I don't put a house on it.
You do, and that tile goes there.
I forgot what this does. It's nothing at the moment.
It means it counts as you having 2 houses.
It
Two
reminds us-
villages.
Okay.
It reminds us
Do I-
where
yeah.
you built
Where I
your
built it.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. And I can, and that's all of that.
That's one of each.
Okay, and then I've got this to build a cornfield.
There.
But I haven't got a house. Does it matter?
Oh, yeah. So you've put all 9 out.
Yeah.
You can't build a house.
Can't build
if
it
you've got
then.
any houses.
It's not happened before.
Oh, I can't just
I'm sure that's in
can't
the
just put
rules.
one of these.
No, that's a disc. I assume that's in the rules.
Top of
Aren't they?
Top of my pyramid.
If you're, you got nine buildings maximum.
Okay. I don't think it would have made any difference whether I built a temple or 2 other ones, didn't it? I kind of trying to puzzle that out. It
No,
didn't seem to make any
it's
difference.
2 either way.
It's 2 either way. Yeah. Okay. That's that. I think that's it then for me. I think that's it.
Goal ring.
So Fabio is saying you could get 2 bricks, get the tile that converts brick to priest, and build 2 pyramid levels starting it. So you could have built 2 pyramid levels, but one on there, one on there. You couldn't have finished that one.
I don't think any of these tiles would be. Oh, this one's a bit helpful to me because I've got two of those.
So that would be 2 points.
Yeah, so I'd be
So you'd be
sacrificing
spending 5 points to get 2 points. Yeah.
No, don't
Score
think
ring
so.
for Paul, 12 points.
12 points.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Times 2.
12 points.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Okay. Are we ready for end game scoring? Right, sacrifice track. Blue gets 9.
Who gets 9?
44.
Black gets 6. Purple gets 3. Because I was there first. Rituals. I think I'm just getting 6. Because I'm in this region. I've got all 3 in this region. I don't have all 3 in there, and I don't. So I get 6. You get 11 for that one. And then pyramids. So this pyramid is complete. I get 15. So that's 2, 43. And then I get 3 points per house in a forest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
27.
27.
You have 70.
Whoosh.
That's how you get 60.
That's how you do
And
that.
you get 1 point per house in plains.
2.
That's how you
2.
do that.
There you go.
Wow.
That's the game.
Wowzer.
So I have the advantage of playing it before. But you two made a mistake on turn 1. The impact of that
Yeah.
was huge.
Yeah. Slows you down.
Slows you
What
down.
mistake on turn 1?
I played number 1, which I thought would be great because I wanted to claim a particular place.
But you want your low numbered things for later on.
It wasn't the number.
I could
it was
only
the
put
card.
one.
The
I could
card
only
was
put
village.
one. Yeah.
So Paul could only play one building in round 1, and where he put it on his board,
Yeah.
the next card you played for income didn't match
pair
that.
up.
Yeah, yeah.
And Ben made I made the same mistake
Stone.
by putting buildings that generated the same thing in the same row.
Yeah.
So all I got was
Lots of the same.
I got 3 of
Lots
the
of
same
the same
results.
stuff.
Luckily, I'd got the gold, and that gold bought me a tile that allowed me to just get the other resources.
I don't think I built in round 2, did I?
No, I don't think you did.
What was interesting was I really thought that after my such poor start that I was not going to stand a chance, but I did work out that actually getting these gave you a lot more.
You two were getting a lot of
agency.
points from these cards
Yeah.
later on, whereas I did fairly well from the cards at the start, but later on I got like 2 points for that, and I got no points for that, and yeah, you got 12 at the end for that. But there you go. That's Zapotec. So I think, as we said halfway through the game, I think it's a medium weight game, maybe even light to medium in terms of the rules, but then the actual decision space and the depth of the game is good.
Yes.
He's good.
Yeah.
He's quite deep. But anyway, we are all
I
done.
would describe it as a short, medium, heavy game.
A short, medium, heavy game.
Medium to heavy.
Right.
For me, for
Yeah.
the way that I think.
Yeah.
That different people might feel it's
Yeah.
less.
There's certainly a lot of decisions in that. Which card do I play?
Yeah.
Yes.
There's a lot riding
Yes.
on that. Which card do you draft? And where do you put a building is massively important. And it doesn't seem to be when you first play it, but actually it is really important where you put it. Yeah, we're all done. So first of all, big thank you to everybody who's been watching live, but also thank you to everybody who's watching this afterwards. Give the video a like and leave us a comment if you've enjoyed it and you found it useful. Let us know if you get the game and you've played the game, and see how you get on. I haven't played it at 2-player, but the only difference is there are no changes to the 2-player rules. There's no changes to the 3-player rules. The only thing is you use slightly fewer buildings on here.
Less spaces.
You block off spaces here. You don't have enough of those, and you have fewer cards in the offer. but there's no rules changes as
It's still the
such.
same?
That's exactly the same. Yeah, that's exactly the same. The solo game is another thing entirely. And if you are interested in the solo game, I did do a live playthrough this morning. That is on the channel now if you want to see it. So yeah, we're all done. Thank you very much to you three for joining me this afternoon. Thank you again to everybody for keeping us company in the chat. And a big thank you again to all of my Patreon supporters for helping fund the channel. Take care. We'll see you next time. Bye now.
Bye.